Hello, friends. This is Lon Chaney speaking. One question I'm often asked concerns The Miracle Man, a film that I made in 1919. That was a big hit for me. My character, called the Frog, twisted himself into a crippled mass, and people asked if I am a contortionist. I say no, then add that I did it through faith. It was rather curious. George Lone Tucker, the director, called me for the part of the Frog without explaining it or the nature of the picture. He simply asked if I could play a cripple. Certainly, was my answer. Mr. Tucker was not convinced because he knew the miraculous transformation that had to be performed. He wouldn't tell me of this. The story was being kept a secret from everyone. He asked me to give a demonstration of what I can do. That seemed unreasonable to me. Mr. Tucker was familiar with my work and knew the range of the characters I have played, and so I refused. Finally, after considerable debate, he assigned me the part. I went to the studio with a mental outline of my makeup. I would wear a wooden leg, place a hump on one shoulder, and roll my eyes back as though blind. Oh, I was quite sure of myself. Then Mr. Tucker took me aside and told me the story. You are to enter a groveling, deformed paralytic. Then you are to arise up before the camera, a cured, whole man, he said. I paused to think, and then realized that I was beaten. That's all, I was beaten. But I was determined not to show my defeat. I said, I can do it. Mr. Tucker was still skeptical. The day came when I was to do the big scene of the picture. It was the first scene taken, that of the fake cure. I knew I could twist my hands and roll my eyes back into my head, but that's all I did know. Lights, camera, called Mr. Tucker. All right, Mr. Chaney. Up until that moment, I didn't know what I should do. I just had faith that I could do it, some way. Then, like a flash, I remembered a dance I did years ago in musical show. It ended with a sort of whirl and twist of the legs. I threw myself on the floor, twisted my legs and hands, rolled my eyes back into my head, a fluid makeup streaming like matter from my eyes, and I squirmed over the floor toward the camera. Ugh, exclaimed Mr. Tucker. That's horrible. We can never show the public a close-up of that face. And they never have. It really was a miracle to me. That sudden conception of how I might appear a twisted, limp, repulsive rag of a man, and then suddenly transfigure, directly before the camera, into one physically sound.